Hello everyone, I am Aditya Sauri. Let us discuss another topic called selection sort. So it is another type of sorting technique. In selection sort, the list is divided into two sublists, sorted and unsorted. These two lists are divided by imaginary wall. We find a smallest element from unsorted sublist and swap it to the beginning, and the wall moves one element ahead. As the sorted list is increases and unsorted list is decreases. Assume that we have a list on n elements. By applying selection sort, the first element is compared with all remaining n-1 elements. The smallest element is placed at the first location. Again, the second element is compared with remaining n-1 elements. At the time of comparison, the smaller elements is swapped with larger element. Similarly, entire array is checked from smallest element and then swapping is done accordingly. Here we need n-1 passes or iterations to complete or rearrange the element. So now let us discuss selection sort by using a small example. Now let us take 5 elements, 20, 30, 10, 50 and 40, and I took these 5 elements in an array. So we already know that each element will be stored in a specific index number. So in selection sort, we have to find the smallest element first. After that, we have to swap that element to the starting position. So here we have to do n-1 iterations. So here n is 5 because I took here 5 elements, and we have to do n-1, that is 4 iterations. It is also called as passes also. Now we have to find the smallest element. So in these 5 elements, 10 is the smallest element and it is located into second position of an array. Now I have to swap this element to the starting position, that is 0th position. So after swapping, the elements will be arranged like this. So the smallest element is stored in starting position, that is 0th position. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 indexes. Now we have to find the another smallest element. So in this array, we already swapped the smallest element, that is 10. Now we have to find the another smallest element, that is 20, and I have to swap this element to the next position. So in 0th position, I swapped the first element, that is 10. Now I have to swap the second element in the next, that means in 1th position. So I have to do swapping here again. So 10, 20, 30, 50 and 40. Now we have to check the another smallest element, that is 30. So we have to post this 30 element in the next position, that is second position. So it is already in second position only, so no need of swapping here. Okay, so at last the elements will be arranged like this in specific index values. Now we have to check the another small, that is 40. Now we have to swap this element in the next index value, that is 30. So I have to swap the 3rd position element and 4th position element. After that, 20, 30, 40 and 50. So here I did one iteration here, second, third and fourth. So I took 5 elements and I had to do n-1, that means 4 iterations. So here we can see all elements are in sorted positions only. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So in this way we can apply selection sort to sort the elements. Okay, wait a second. So here you can see the final result. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So the elements which we taken are arranged in a sorted order. Now let us discuss a small program using selection sort technique. So here you can see the Java program. So first I wrote main function public static void main. After that I created an array A and I gave size 10 for the A array. After that I created I, j, temp, min, size variables as per our requirements. After that system.out.println, enter the size of an array. So to give the size of an array I used scanner class here, and the value which I given will be stored in the size variable. After that select system.out.println, enter elements into an array. So how many elements I have to insert in it? So here I gave the specific size, so depends on the size the elements will be stored into an array, that means A variable. After that system.out.println and elements before selection sort. So the elements which I gave in the input screen will be printed here. So that's why I run for loop here. So with an example I will explain this program. Okay, here I wrote the logic. I hope you can see the logic. Now let us discuss this program, how it will work. Now I created some variables called A, I, j, temp, min and size. Now enter the size of an array. So let us take the size is 5 and the particular size will be stored in size variable. Okay, size is equal to 5. So the 5 value will be stored in size variable. After that enter elements into an array. Okay, I equal to 0, 0 less than size. Here size is 5. That means 0 less than 5. Condition is true. If the condition is true, it jumps to the scanner class. So here the given value will be taken as an input and that particular value will be stored in A of I. So here I is 0. So the taken element, that is A of 0, will, okay, the given element will be stored in A of 0. So first value I gave A of 20. So after that again it jumps here I plus plus. So I plus plus means I value 1 less than 5 because size is 5. So here condition is true. Again there is a chance to take another value as a input and it will be stored in A of 1 position because A of I means I equal to 1. That means in I position another value will be stored. Again the loop will run. A of 2 10, A of 3 50 and A of 4 is 40. So in this way we can store the values in an array. So at last I plus plus, I value will 5. So 5 less than 5, the condition is false and it jumps out of the for loop. So up to here the logic is finished. So in array the values are 20, 30, 10, 50 and 40. Okay, now we have to check this thing. Okay, system.out.println enter okay elements before selection sort. So here again I am running the for loop to print the values which is stored in a specific array. So that means I equal to 0, 0 less than 5 because size is 5. So condition is true. If the condition is true, system.out.println the value which is stored in a of 0. So here I is 0 because in for loop we got I equal to 0. So the value which is stored in a of 0 will be printed here. Again it jumps to I++. Again I value is 1, 1 less than 5. Condition is true. Again it prints the value which is stored in a of 1. Again I++, I value will become 2, 2 less than 5, and the value which is stored in a of 2 will be printed here. So in this way the values which we take will be printed again as it is. So 10, 50 and 40. Okay, now let us check the logic how it will be sorted. So for loop I equal to 0. So 0 less than 5, condition is true. If the condition is true, the I value will be assigned to min variable. So here I equal to 0. That means min also 0 because the I value will be assigned to min. Again for loop j equal to j plus 1. So I value is 0, we already know that. So j equal to 0 plus 1 means 1. So j value will become 1. After that, okay, I am explaining this for loop. Okay, so j means 1, 1 less than 5, condition is true. If the condition is true, it jumps into the for loop. That means if a of j less than a of min, so min is equal to 0. So a of 1 less than a of 0. So here a of 1 value is 30 and a of 0 is 20. So if the condition is satisfied, then min equal to j. So the j value will be assigned to the min, that means 1. So after that sorry, so a of 1 means 30 less than 20. So here condition is not satisfied. So if the condition is not satisfied, again it goes to the for loop. So j plus plus, again j value will become 2 because already j value is 1. So 2 less than 5 if the condition is true. So a of j, so a of j value is 2 less than 0 because min value is 0, and a of 2 is 10 and a of 0 is 20. So 10 less than 20, here the condition is satisfied. So when the condition is satisfied, min value equal to j, that means min will become 2 because j value become 2 at last. After that the swapping will be done here. So swapping means temp equal to a of I. So a of I means okay, so I value is 0. So a of 0 means 20. After that in a of 0 a of min value will be assigned. So min equal to 2, that means a of 2 value is 10. So the 10 value will be assigned to a of 0. After that, in a of min, that means in a of 2, the temp value, that means 20, will be swapped. So after swapping, the values 20, 30, 10, 50, 40 will be arranged in 10, 30, 20, 50 and 40. So here the one iteration is, here one iteration is finished. Okay, after finishing the one iteration, again the loop will jump here, I plus plus. Now I value will become 1 less than 5, condition is true. After that, min value will become 1 because I equal to 1, that's why min equal to 1. After that, for j equal to I plus 1, that means j value will become 2 here because I value is 2. So 2 less than 5, condition is true. If the condition is true, it goes to the if condition, that is a of 2 minus a of 1. That means in a of 2 we have 20 value, in a of 1 we have 30 value. So 20 less than 30, here condition is satisfied. So if the condition is satisfied, it goes here, that means min equal to j. So min value will become 2 here. So after that, it jumps to the swapping logic. So temp equal to a of I. So here I value is 1, that means in a of I we have, that means a of 1 we have 30 value. After that, in a of 1 a of min will come, that means in min we have 2. So in a of 2 we stored, so here we can see the indexes. In a of 2 we have 20th value, that means in a of 1 20 value will be stored. After that, a of min, that means a of 2 equal to temp. So in temp we have stored 30 value. So in a of 1 20 will be stored, and in a of 2 30 will be stored. So after swapping, the elements will be arranged like this. So here second iteration is finished. So in this way 4 iterations will be done because I took 5 elements here, that's why n minus 1, that means 4 iterations will be done. So at last, okay, this is second iteration. In third iteration, elements will be arranged like this. So we already discussed it in starting example only. So at last, elements will be arranged like this. So we already saw 2 iterations, how the for loop will be worked and how the elements will be assigned. So in this way all the elements will be assigned. So at last we can see elements after selection sort. So after completing all the iterations, we are printing the values which is stored in the particular array. So I equal to 0, 0 less than 5, condition is true. So the element which is stored in a of 0 will be printed. So in a of 0 10 is there. After that I plus plus, I value become 1, 1 less than 5, condition is true. If the condition is true, the value will be printed which is stored in a of 1. So in a of 1 20 is there. Like this the all values, that means 5 elements will be printed in a sorting order. So in this way we can assign the specific elements. I hope you understand this topic. Thank you. Now let us discuss another sorting technique called insertion sort. So it is another sorting technique which is available in data structures. Both the selection and bubble sorts exchange elements, but insertion sort does not exchange elements. In insertion sort, the elements is inserted at an appropriate place, similar to card insertion. Here the list is divided into two parts, sorted and unsorted sublist. In each pass, the first element of unsorted sublist is picked up and moved into the sorted sublist by inserting it in sortable position. Suppose we have n elements, we need n-1 passes to sort the elements. Insertion sort works this way. It works the way you might sort a hand of playing cards. We start with an empty left hand and the card face down on the table. Then remove one card at a time from the table and insert it into the correct position in the left hand. To find the correct position from the card, we compare it with each of the cards already in the hand from right to left. The advantages of insertion sort is it is very simple, it is very efficient for small data sets, it is stable, that is, it does not change the relative order of elements with equal keys in place, that is, only requires a constant amount of additional memory space. Now let us take some elements and let us see how insertion sort will be worked. Now let us take some elements 30, 10, 40, 20 and 50, and we have to take these all elements in an array, and each element will be stored in a specific index number. So in insertion sort, we have to check from the one position. So here in index, the starting position is 0, we already know that, and we have to start comparison from the 1th index value. So here in one position 10 value is there, so we have to start comparison from here, and we have to do comparison from the 1th position value and the left value which is stored. So here our left value is 30, so the value which is stored in the 1th position, we have to compare it to the left position, that is 30. So here the condition is true. So if the condition is true, we have to move the elements. So first we have to store the 10 value in temporary variable. After that we have to move the value to the 1th position. So here I am not swapping, I am just moving the value. Okay. So after that, the value which is stored into the temp variable will be placed to the left position. So here only the condition is satisfied. So I have to copy that particular value here. So here one iteration is finished. So I took 5 values, that means n equal to 5, and I have to do n-1 iterations. So here one iteration is finished. Now again I have to do comparison. So first position is finished. Now we have to do comparison for the second position. So that means 10, 30, 40, 20 and 50. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have to start comparison with the element 40 which is stored in second. So 30 less than 40. So here the condition is satisfied. After that the value 10 less than 40. So here also the condition is satisfied. So no need of moving and copying the elements. So the final result is 10, 30, 40, 20 and 50. So here second iteration is completed. Now we have to do third iteration, 40, 20 and 50, and we have to start comparison. So 1 is completed, second index value is completed. Now we have to do for the third. So we have to do start comparison with 20th value because it is stored in third position with the leftmost elements. So 20 less than 40, 40 less than 20. So here condition is satisfied. So we have to move the elements. So 30, 40, 40, 50, and the 20 value will be stored in temp. After that the value which is stored in temp will be copied here. (30, 20, 40 and 50). After that remaining 30 and 10 elements are also there to the leftmost elements. So again we have to do the same thing here. Again we have to store this 20 in temp variable. After that we have to move the 30 value. So that means 10, 20, 30, 10, 30, 30, 40 and 50, and we have to copy the temporary variable here, 30, 40 and 50. So again we have to do the same thing to the leftmost element. So here we have 3 leftmost elements for the 20th value, that is 40, 30 and 10. So we compare it with 40 and we compare it with 30, and now we have to compare it with 10. So here condition is not satisfied, so no need of moving here. So here the third iteration will be finishing. Again we have to do the fourth iteration. So remaining element is 50 only, because we finished first in index position, second index position, third index position, and now we have to do with the fourth index position, and we have to start comparison to the leftmost elements. So here for 50 we have 40, 30, 20, 10, and after comparison no condition is satisfied here. So all the elements will be remaining same here. So 20, 30, 40, 50. So in this way, in insertion sort, the elements will be sorted. I hope you understand this topic.